got the pattern of the grape clusters and the stems and all, and then the leaves. The grape leaves are made out of walnut. The grapes are made out of purple heart. The stems are also walnut. I've cut these out by pattern. I've glued those to the board. I've made a frame that is actually the mold, and this will be part of the table when it's finished, so I made it where it's like a watertight frame. Okay, I've mixed my epoxy, and I used to waste a lot of epoxy by just guessing at it. But I've learned, once I finished this mold the way it is, I filled it with rice. Okay, fill it with rice, level it off, and then pour it in your cup, and it tells you how much you need to mix. And we'll see how close I am. So I've mixed my epoxy. I put it through my through the pressure tank that should remove all the bubbles, most all the bubbles. Then I have my heat gun ready to blow out the bubbles as they rise. So this is a deep pour epoxy. It's good for like 2 to 3 inches thick. This is only about a 3/4 inch thick pour. It'll still take about 72 hours before it's ready to mill down, but we'll get to that later. So right now, I've put a pre-coat. Like yesterday, I painted on the same epoxy to cover up all the edges. Okay, that'll seal the wood, and it'll keep any air bubbles from leaching out as I pour this. Last thing you want is an air bubble to pop up out of the wood later and come up and ruin your piece. And every piece of wood has some air in it, and you don't realize that until you start pouring the epoxy, especially walnut. This is a lot more dense, the purple part, but you don't want to take a chance. So I've painted all the edges with the epoxy, let it cure a little bit, just enough to make it real tacky, but this will still stick with it. Okay, so here we go. This is a pearlized, it's called Magic Red. So it's supposed to be like a pearl color with a red cast to it, small red tint to it. This fills up all the little cracks and crevices. Let's see how close I was on my measurement. That's pretty good. I did not want to fill it all the way up. Just in case there's any leaks, I had set it on this plastic. It's over a tile floor. So if I see anything, I should have time to react and get that cleaned up. And you see those bubbles forming around. Take the heat gun. Some little places right in here that I need to fill in. I'll get on my syringe and fill those in, and let it all nice and level. As it cures, I'll wait about 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours, and it might start getting a little bit where it's not real liquidy. Right now it's like just a little bit heavier than water. So it's that's how that works, okay? And when this cures, it's going to be as hard as a rock. It'll be just as hard and workable as the wood and everything. So we'll see how it goes.